Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting of Mayor and Council for the Borough of Glassboro for October 24th, 2023 to order. Karen, could you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular meetings for the year 2023, which schedule was posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board, as well as the Borough website, and forwarded to both the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel of Gloucester County, filed with the Borough Clerk on January 7th, 2023.
Thank you. Can we all rise and salute the flag, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Karen, roll call, please.
Mayor Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Costello.
Present.
Mr. D'Alessandro.
Here.
Mr. Halter.
Yes.
Ms. Miller.
Here.
Mrs. Spence.
Here.
Mr. Melandro.
Here.
Mr. Scafidi.
Present.
Mr. Brunemer.
Here.
Let the record reflect that Mr. Fiola is excused for this evening.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Before we move on further with our agenda, I would just like to welcome our Rowan University journalism students. They periodically come sit in and see how the local government is run. This is the latest class that has come in. We welcome you all, and I hope you learn a little something and know that you're always welcome here. We have no public hearings, so at this time I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 26th, 2023, as well as the closed executive session of September 26th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. We have no communications, so I will move to committee reports and begin with Council President Miller.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just wanted to make note that basketball registrations are ongoing, and this year the Martin Luther King Center is hosting a Christmas toy drive. It will be held December 9th from 1 to 5 p.m. The drop-off locations are the Code Enforcement Office, which are 10 South Poplar Street, or the Park and Recreations Office, 152 South Delsey Drive. We're looking for items for children of all ages, toys, coats, books, new clothing, gift cards, and all donations will be accepted until November the 27th. Children or parents are required to register their children. The information is on the Borough website where you can register children. If you know of anyone that may be in need or can benefit from some of the free items, please have them reach out. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Councilman Casabo.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I am in receipt of the monthly report of September for the police department. Like that to go into the records, and that's all I have.
Thank you very much, sir. Councilman D'Alessandro.
Mayor, at this time I have nothing.
Thank you very much, sir. Councilman Halter.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good evening.
Status quo with water and sewer, still waiting on supplies from the 1800s, but besides that, we're doing okay.
Thank you very much. And Councilwoman Spence.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to let everyone know we have an event coming up at the historic train station this weekend, Civil War History Weekend. It starts on Saturday from 1 to 9. We're having a Civil War ball in the evening from 6 to 9. And on Sunday we have a flapjack breakfast, so if any of you students are hungry on Sunday morning, come on over and eat with the soldiers. And hopefully you can make it. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. And for unfinished business, a resident had come in last council meeting and made Mayor and Council aware of a sign that was put on thought to be on the right-of-way in a roadway. I would just like to let them know that that sign has been removed. We have no new business, so I'll ask for the engineer's report, please, Mark.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Just a brief update. Camelot projects, both phase 2 and 3 townhouses are underway on both sides of Ellis Mill Road. So they'll be continuing. We get additional grading plans in, so they're looking to build as fast as possible to get as many of those done in near order for that. High Street townhouses are all completed, they're nearing completion, for that, so the final phase of paving will be done by next spring. We're working with the adjacent parcel now as far as conceptually for future development to tie into that one. Landfill's progressing, they're pulling a whole lot of wire, out there for all the solar panels, so that's progressing on schedule. With those, Lycia's expansion, we're still waiting for the DEP permit to do the county improvements out front. With that, but that's over on Ellis Street. Those and the former Lycia's is now being reconstructed into a interior self-storage on South Elsie Drive is underway. So they have some issues there they gotta deal with the stormwater and get that all cleaned up, but the building is progressing. And a whole lot of things on the move, but nothing finalized yet, so.
All right, thank you, Mark. Anybody have any questions for Mark? Thank you again.
Thank you, Mark.
At this time, I will turn the meeting over to our Borough Solicitor.
Thank you, Mayor. On our consent agenda this evening, we have the following resolutions, beginning with 301, resolution canceling grant receivable and appropriation balance. Resolution 302, authorizing renewal of Class 5 cannabis retail license for the Borough of Glassboro, 2023-2024. 303, resolution for person-to-person transfer of plenty retail consumption license number 0806-33007. 008 issued to RB Retail LLC to Beerland LLC. 304, resolution authorizing Borough of Glassboro under a shared service agreement with the County of Gloucester for supplying and delivery of automotive parts and accessories. Resolution 305, authorizing agreement between the Borough of Glassboro and the Governor's Council on Alcoholism and Drug Abuse for DMHAS Municipal Alliance Grant. Resolution 306, extending the shared services agreement between the Township of Mantua and the Borough of Glassboro for financial services. Resolution 307, providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue in the budget pursuant to NJSA 484-87. Resolution 308, appointing Dennis Clowney as member of the Parade Committee in the Borough of Glassboro. 309, authorizing award of contract for pickleball court installation in the Borough of Glassboro, Nicholas Construction, Inc. And finally, Resolution 310, authorizing award of contract for pickleball court fencing in the Borough of Glassboro, Master Wire Manufacturing, Inc. They are resolutions on the consent agenda this evening for also purposes noted under each one as outlined on the agenda. If council so moves for approval, roll call vote.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Costa?
Yes.
Mr. Delisandro?
4 with an abstention of 302.
Mr. Halter?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And Mayor, we have introduction this evening of a ordinance on first reading only by title. That would be ordinance number 23-29, an ordinance amending chapter 97 of the Code of the Borough of Glassboro, known as our personal policies and procedures. If council moves for introduction, roll call vote, please.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Costa?
Yes.
Mr. Delisandro?
4.
Mr. Halter?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
4.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to open up the public portion.
Motion to open the meeting to the public?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The floor is now open to anyone from the public who wishes to come forward and address mayor and council.
For those members of the public wishing to speak, there are rules and regulations as to participation. Most importantly, there is a 5-minute limitation, and when you do approach, if you would, please identify yourself for the record, name and address. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Diane Johnson, 210 West High Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. I'm here because of last Thursday with the drag racing they were talking about before. With all the noise, it starts between 12 o'clock all the way to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I called the officer 3 times, and every time they came, they sat in front of my house. But of course, the cars see the cops, so they don't come. As soon as the cops pull off, they come right back. I'm not the only one. I recorded all of it. You know, we don't have to play it because you guys already know what kind of noise it is. It's really ridiculous. Something needs to be done about it. Really, they're gonna run into somebody's house, or or run into somebody, they start from, they go across Main on Elm Street, they come back around, they're all over. I mean, I don't know if they in your neighborhood, but they in mine, and it's ridiculous.
Did you send the recording to the police officer?
I showed it to him.
Okay.
He
Is that
seen
the
it.
license plate number?
I couldn't get the license plate number
Okay.
because.
I
when they
hear it
come-
as well, cause I live on Poplar Street.
You hear it too?
I live on Poplar Street, yeah, I can't
Yeah,
see the window open.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous, right?
Yep.
And it's terrible.
Yep.
You know, the kids can't,
Yep.
they wake up, they got to go to school,
Yep.
and it's ridiculous. You know, it's something need to be done. They really do. They go into their garage out here, and they go in the garage, they come out on not Main Street, but on, High Street. And they all pass the police station. I don't understand why the cops don't even hear them.
Well, I think the cops, if you don't mind, I think
No,
the
absolutely.
police officers hear them, but on Thursday night, we have about 15-20 officers out on the street. So they're all over the place.
Okay.
That's why they could go past there may not be any officers in this building, cause our officers are all out on the street.
And I even showed, Ms. Miller,
Mhm.
the video of the motorcycles, they coming out of Ellis Street,
Right.
making a right on High. The cars on his right side. The motorcycles, I don't know if they with the cars or not, but I think they are because they was riding with them earlier.
Mhm.
But they came on the right side of that car, you know, on the edge of the side. You see it, she seen it. I mean, somebody could have got hurt.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. So, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, well, I can assure you that you keep calling. The officers do come out, and they, like you said, they come out and they scatter when the cops come.
do.
But the officers will continue to be diligent, and if you keep calling, they'll keep coming out, and eventually we'll get them.
Okay, now, my next question is, the Gillespie High School. I don't know if you guys deal with that or not, or I have to go to the, Board of Education, because after, 2 o'clock when they're out of school, the traffic is terrible, and you can't even get in or out.
Yeah, you have
And
to
they
talk
need
to
a-
the
they need an
school
officer
district.
there.
Yeah, talk to the school district
Okay.
about that if you
All
could.
right, and my last question is, the train station over here, are y'all still gonna have the train station come through, or
Which,
over here on the ridge? That little station right there, I thought it was gonna be a little train station right there.
there is a train station there up on
The
the
train
ridge.
don't come through there, or?
The train comes by there, it's not gonna stop there.
Okay, so it's already working.
Well, I'm not sure if we're talking
I
about the
think
same
he's talking
building.
about the new train.
Yeah, are you talking about the regular train or
Right.
or the new?
Glassboro
Oh, the
van?
Glassbrook, oh, yeah, that's coming.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
okay.
not-
no, it's not, we're some years away, but it's
Yeah.
coming.
Oh, okay.
But it won't go
Yeah.
past the
Yeah.
train.
Okay, somebody told me to
Won't
ask,
stop
that's
there.
why I'm asking.
Oh, no, it's coming, you'll know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mrs. Johnson, it won't go past that train station.
No.
It's gonna come down here, it's gonna come down here right into, off of, what am I thinking, Eddie? Main Street
And Academy.
and
An
Academy.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
where that's where it's gonna stop at.
Oh, okay, someone told me
That's
to ask.
as
Yeah.
of today.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
could be 5-10 years away from this.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
I might be out of Gillespie by then.
you got
No,
time.
no, don't you say that.
But, one more question and I'm done. Now, are they gonna have a Chick-fil-A still coming here, or that's not true?
Still waiting.
Yeah.
Still
But it's-
coming.
Still
It's
waiting.
true though, it's coming?
As of today, it's
We're
coming.
gonna have there's gonna be a lot of chicken, what else is coming?
Raising
Corn-
Cane.
Raising Cane is coming, I know.
Raising
Yeah,
Cane.
chicken capital.
Yeah.
yes, I'm sure.
All right.
Now, don't you go there and raise canes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Out of control.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How was everybody fine, I guess?
How are you?
Oh, yes.
John Wise, 114 East Avenue, Glassboro. Just as I sat down and you started talking about that sign, I said, oh my goodness. I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
That's all. I mean, I thought it was going to be moved just a little further over, but it's gone.
It's gone.
Gone. I mean, and the street's done too.
Yep.
That was quite a problem there, because that was there longer than we thought it was going to be. A little boom, boom, boom. But everything is well, everything is well. So I stand here to say, thank all of you for getting that thing together, because it was a little frightful for a while, but we didn't come and say
We've been
nothing.
there
you know what I
before.
mean?
That's
Yeah,
We've
so-
been there before.
Yeah, right, you know about that. You know
Yep.
about that. So, just once again, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Same to you, thank you.
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Mindy Smith. I live at 220 Foxborough Drive. I'm in Glassboro, of course. I'm here, I might have gotten the wrong message, but somebody posted on the Next Door Neighborhood site to come and talk about the library and what's happening with that. My kids are older now, they're 17 and 19, but I still make use of the library. And I worked in a library, I'm a big fan of libraries, and I don't want it to be smaller. It's very well used, my kids and I went so many times for the crafts and activities and story times, and we make regular use of the library. Like I said, even now I need to order books and have them picked up, and I go there, and I'm very concerned that a library is a great meeting place and a great hub for a town to get together and have meetings, and I'm concerned that Rowan is just taking over this town. And if you put the library in the middle of Rowan Boulevard where all the college kids are, I don't know how many families are then gonna make use of it, because the families here try to avoid the college kids, which is getting harder and harder as they take over this town. I live in Hidden Creek, it's next to the Ridge. I walk with my friend who lives in the Ridge. Every single day she picks up trash off her lawn, every single day, because there's college kids taking over, and I don't think Rowan Boulevard is an appropriate place for a town library. And I hope that you will reconsider and do whatever is needed to try to actually help the people of this town and not just continue to support everything affiliated with Rowan University. Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no other, oh, I'm sorry about that. Gotta be quick there, gotta be quick.
My name is Manuel de la Cruz Gutierrez. I live in 419 Cornell Road, here in Glassboro, New Jersey. I'm a librarian by profession, and following up on the library, last meeting, 2 months ago, I was here 1 or 2 months ago, and it was mentioned by some of you that the current place of the library, the lot will be sold. And what I would like to know is, are there plans to earmark that money towards a library fund or certain budget that could be set aside, so potentially we can have like a library that is more adequate to the needs of the community. I believe too that by having the smaller space, we're gonna lose some services. I'm concerned too now about the parking, because now it seems that there are plans in the borough to do paid parking in many places, which will further limit the access for the library for folks. I've even been concerned about the parking for, if you go to the post office. If all those places are gonna become paid parking, how you can go to the post office without paying for parking. So going back, what is it gonna be done with the funds that you're gonna recuperate from the lot? And what are the plans for parking as they stand right now?
Well, I'll let you speak to the land, but as far as the parking is concerned, all of the issues that you and others have voiced concerns about with the implementation of the paid parking, we have considered. We continue to listen to input and work to make sure that the transition is as accommodating as possible for all involved. So, and if you want to speak to the land.
Sure. Contrary to what you all may believe, the land has not been sold yet. There hasn't even been a price on the land. The land is slated for redevelopment. Council could consider whatever the deal would be, but as of now, there has not been a deal struck. Are we looking for redevelopment? Absolutely are, for that area, but there's no deal right now. So I can't say, we're making this amount of money and we're gonna put this, I have no idea at
Well,
this
you
point.
could still, I mean, one deals in the scenarios. I mean, you
Sure.
do strategic planning, right? So if you say, well, we're gonna have this amount of money, whatever it is,
Sure.
you could say, we can then plan to earmark it for a future library if, you know, it is decided, and I think there's community input that we should have a library this, worth this town. And not only this town, like we provide library services for other towns that are around here in Gloucester County. So that is my question. I think it's,
But that could be
it's
done,
apropos and it's.
but that would be brought up in these negotiations when, if, and maybe when we are considering redeveloping that. But we're not even, it's just an area of land that's slated for redevelopment, but that's where it ends for right now.
I think your question is, would mayor and council consider if there's any funds gathered from the sale of that to be put towards a library?
I think that would be great.
And that's,
Yeah, and that could most
Right.
definitely be considered, absolutely.
Okay, and just to reiterate, so there's still not a plan about what to do regarding parking for accessing the library.
It's,
There is, there's parking, there's gonna be parking across the street. I know that we still have to work on a plan to get, I know there was concern about crossing the street
Yeah.
because the crosswalk wasn't safe enough. But there will be parking that the library has asked us to use across the street. That's Glassboro owned property.
So is that gonna cost money parking there?
As of now, no. And the other thing that you brought up to go in the post office, the governing body discussed this evening too. You will have 30 minutes free parking. So hopefully you'll be able to get in and out of the post office within 30 minutes.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you very much.
thank you very much.
Seeing no other members of the public, I'll make a motion to close the public portion.
So moved.
I would need a second on that.
Second.
So I have a motion now and I have a second, okay, all in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries, the public portion is now closed. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor state aye. Opposed? Any abstentions?
Mayor, I have an extension 22-04278.
Thank you very much, motion still carries. Any closing comments from
Go
our
Phils,
administrator?
go Phils.
So Phils, there you go. I would just like to welcome and thank the Rowan journalism students for attending this evening. Again, you're always welcome. Feel free to come, ask questions. Doesn't have to be at a council meeting, feel free to reach out. And to all the members of the public that came and those that spoke and voiced their concerns and issues, thank you very much. We continue to encourage you to do so, and we will continue to work to make Glassboro the best place it could possibly be. And with that, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. This meeting is now adjourned. The next regular meeting of Mayor and Council will be November 28th, 2023, 6 p.m.